Let's talk about that total solar eclipse. It turned day into night in many parts of the country this afternoon. Millions of people turned their heads to the sky as the moon passed in front of the sun.
We all had our glasses on, a lot of excitement today. So look at this. This is video from one of the first places in the U.S. to see the eclipse this morning. This is Salem, Oregon, and this is the first coast-to-coast total eclipse since way back in 1918.
And this was the scene in many areas in the path of totality of the solar eclipse. This video out of Southern Illinois University shows a packed football stadium as it went from daylight to darkness.
Now in Jacksonville, it was a little bit harder to see due to all the cloud cover we had today. But with your solar glasses, you may have been able to see the moon passing in front of the sun through the clouds. And folks all across the First Coast turned out for a lot of eclipse viewing parties throughout the day.
And First Coast News reporter Juliet Dreyer, she spent the day at the Jacksonville Library in downtown where they had an awesome party out there, Juliet.
Yeah, Anthony, the main public library here behind me was one of the hottest spots in town this morning. Hundreds of people lined up to catch the library's last eclipse program and try to score some last-minute eclipse glasses like these ones. And while there weren't enough glasses to go around for everyone who showed up, in the end, everyone who stayed got a safe way to view this rare eclipse.
We've been here since 7 o'clock.
They came early and they came in numbers. Hundreds of people lining up for hours, hoping to score some eclipse glasses.
I want to just scream, but we're inside the library, so I'm respecting.
Kaylee Hewlett was first in line.
Tried coming Saturday, but it was chaos because there's so many people here. So they told us to come back, and so we wanted to get here early so we would have the glasses.
Jabrina Jackson was right there with her.
I'm excited because this is my first time seeing the eclipse, so it's excited to see something you never seen before.
The library had about 90 glasses to dole out. Wristbands were given to the first in line, and after they completed a project, they got the coveted glasses. But no one was left empty-handed. One of the projects was to make pinhole projectors, a safe alternative for eclipse viewing. By mid-afternoon, it was all eyes to the sky from the library's courtyard.
We guys saw the eclipse? Yeah!
Sylvia Hagans and the homeschool group she teaches were among the library crowd.
I've never seen it, and I graduated from high school in 1979, and that was the last time. So it's so amazing to actually see it without glasses, guys.
And while the group just wrapped up a course on the solar system, sometimes the best lessons happen outside of the classroom.
So today we can actually see the moon between the earth and the sun. So it's so exciting for them to literally experience that in this lifetime.
And it really was very exciting, very cool out there to see that with the help of these glasses. And to give you an idea of just how popular these glasses are, the public library started off with about 5,000 of them. They had to ration them out to make them last through all of their programs, giving out the final ones this morning. Reporting live downtown, Juliet Dreyer, First Coast News.
Juliet, thank you. You know, someone else keeping a close eye on the sky today, meteorologist Tim Deegan.
And Tim joins us tonight live on the First Coast News roof. And Tim, you were here at the station today where you got to see the eclipse.
I did, and you know, I have to say, hats off to those astronomers. Think about that forecast. Over 100 years ago, they nailed it to within a minute of our partial eclipse. Verification that we had 91% of that partial solar eclipse. But it does harken us back to that time, 1970 in Jacksonville. We had 99% partial solar eclipse, and we had a lot of this. That is the clouds. Now, as we did go through the day today, generally speaking this afternoon, there were better views off to the east and southeast of downtown Jacksonville. Well off to the southeast, the tropics are becoming interesting. We can just wait a few minutes more to talk about that. But for now, how about a little more astronomy from, well, our meteorologist inside. Steve? Okay.
All right, Tim, we're going to go to Steve in just a minute, but we want to talk about something else. Those eclipse glasses, you know, they were a hot commodity today. We passed some out at the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens, and they went fast. Everywhere we passed them out, actually. And despite the rainy weather, animals stayed out, and many families came out in full force to view the eclipse from the zoo, along with zoo employees. Little is known about the impact on animals during an eclipse, so today the zoo asked the public to come out and help observe animal behavior. They have their own experts analyzing the exhibits as well, but they're hoping to get as much data from as many people as possible.
There's not an abundance of data that's been taken in a systematic way, and so that's what we're hoping to do today. And I really wish that we could have somebody, a behavioral observation volunteer, in front of every exhibit to watch every animal. So that's why we're really hoping that members of the public can submit, little video clips or pictures of anything that they see our animals engaging in.
And our Shelby Danielson was out there today talking with some students who were studying the animals' behaviors. She will have more tonight on First Coast News at 5:30.
Fun spot to see it today. Well, this was the first total solar eclipse to sweep across the country in 99 years. And meteorologist Steve Fondera joins us now with some pretty interesting facts about this natural phenomenon. Steve?
Yeah, Heather's a perfect time for me to just really geek out and nerd out on live television. Now, solar eclipses require so many moving parts. So you got the sun, the moon, the earth, the angles of them, the positions of them, and everything in between. They all have to be in sync. But they happen more often than you think. Every 18 months, there's a solar eclipse. Now, however, because the earth is 75% water, we don't see them because they happen over the open ocean. But when they do happen, like today, it's a real big deal. And it's especially a big deal for scientists at NASA. It gives them a chance to study the sun's atmosphere that they can't normally see. So the bright light here around the eclipse, that's the corona and the chromosphere, which are 10 billion degrees Fahrenheit, 10 billion degrees. Now, while the next solar eclipse to pass over the U.S. is in 2024, the following eclipse on August 12th, 2045, will pass right over the state of Florida. So mark your calendars in 2045. And speaking of the state of Florida and all those living in it, we got to turn our attention to the tropics, which Tim will dive into in that full forecast in just a bit, guys.
All right. Thank you, Steve. 2024, we will be prepared. If you're still looking for more on today's solar eclipse, firstcoastnews.com has a section on our website dedicated to this special event. Just head over to firstcoastnews.com/eclipse. You can also check out the First Coast News Facebook page for much more.